back to the Mike Watch. I'm your host, Mike. I'm here with my other host, Mike. And we're here to bring some sort of message, some sort of a deliverance of good news from the CinemaScape. And we're going to talk about Malcom and Marie today, the new Netflix movie that I've been waiting for like 7 months. WandaVision episode 6. Armie Hammer. We're a little bit late to the party, but he's a cannibal. Nice. He's a little. It's a kink though, which is it's not like he's like I just like eating meat. He's like I want to suck your blood.
Gross.
Cool. Sick Armie.
No thanks. No thanks. Hard pass.
You know what's funny? Armie Hammer's been like he's been the almost everything in Hollywood. Like he was almost Batman. He was like almost Superman. Like he was like almost all these fucking guys. He was like almost the big lead in any fucking drama that he was in. But like he always got like
his name's on the list for like everything.
Yeah.
When like a new movie's like rumored to like come out.
Yeah, it's like
his
Armie
name
Hammer.
is on it, yeah.
Armie Hammer might be casted as Wanda.
Remember when he was supposed to be Green Lantern? You know what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened to that?
And he was supposed to be Batman. I'm pretty sure. Like that was like a thing. Like he was gonna be Batman.
Yeah.
And I think
as Pattinson's Batman, he was supposed to be.
There was that, but then it was like in 2000 and like whenever who did Mad Max? The new what's the guy from Mad Max? Oh my god, I'm forgetting his name. Miller, not Miller. What's his name? Directed Mad Max. He was supposed
Fury Road?
Yes. It's his franchise.
It's George Miller.
George Miller. Yes, yeah, George Miller. He was supposed to do a Justice League movie back in like early 2000s.
Right.
And Armie Hammer was going to be Batman. They weren't going to do Christian Bale. Didn't happen. He was going to be Batman for the BVS thing. Didn't happen. He's going to be Green Lantern. Didn't happen. He's going to be Batman again. Didn't happen. Pattinson took the role. It's like fuck you. Fuck. He was good in like Call Me by Your Name. Wasn't he in like one of those like spy movies that came out recently that was like shit? Was it Hitman or like one of those fucking movies that was like he was in? Fucking trash, Armie Hammer.
Let me see.
And he likes eating blood. Whatever. I don't even think I read the text. I just heard the headlines and I'm like, that's all I need to see. That's all I need to see. I don't need to see the text. I'm good.
Pretty much.
I'll pass.
You know what? Also, his name is Armie.
Yeah, who fucking named you Armie Hammer?
Baking soda?
Armie Hammer. Armie Hammer? Armie Hammer. Armie Hammer. You know what I mean? Baking soda?
He's been in fucking nothing.
Call Me by Your Name.
Yeah, that's it.
Also, he was making it with like a Timothée Chalamet when he's like 35 and Timmy's like 21. Like,
oh, thanks.
I mean, it was just a little weird. I mean, it is. I mean, we also did watch Malcom and Marie, where like the leads are like 12 years apart. That's fine. I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, but it wasn't weird there for me.
No, it wasn't weird, but
because like John David Washington still like looks like a lot younger than he is.
Armie Hammer does not. I don't care. He does not look like he's in his 20s. He doesn't. He didn't pass it. I'm like, you're a 30-year-old guy, man. It's like Tobey Maguire and Spider-Man. I'm like, you're not in fucking high school.
Yeah.
I mean, you could pass it as like a nerd because you look like a loser.
It's like you're 34.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you? You know what I mean? Like
I used to watch Riverdale, and it was like the leads are like in their probably like mid-20s, but I'm like, I can tell you're in your mid-20s. Like there's girls in high school who look like they're in their 20s. Not really though. You can usually tell. Like you can tell when someone's a fucking teenager.
Yeah.
For the most part, like they look like they were in their fucking mid-20s, and I'm like, you're in grade 11 apparently. You're my age. No, you're not. You just finished undergrad. Is what you did.
Yeah.
But you got your bachelor in liberal arts. Is what you just did. You're not fucking high school. What else is there? Jared Leto's Joker picks.
Yep.
His Joker picks that he posted. Which also is it gonna be even black and white? Like that's just it? Like we're only gonna get a black and white cut of this fucking movie? Is that just me, or am I the only person who's like?
I think there's just the picture like they put out.
Why are they? But that's not no. But that's been all the trailer was in black and white.
It was.
There was a black and white trailer. Yes, there was. Yeah, they might be doing 2 cuts though. I think they're gonna do a black and white cut and a regular cut. That's what I heard. Or they're gonna call. I heard it's gonna be called like the Justice's Gray cut. I'm not really happy about that, but I don't care about it either.
Yeah, I don't really care. Like I don't think it should be in black and white.
Who's asking for this? You know what I mean? Like who?
Just like fucking put it out. Like don't fuck with it anymore. That it has been fucked with already. Just
get
it out there.
I'm scared for it because it's
like it comes out in like a month. By the way.
Yeah, it comes out like literally in like 4 weeks, pretty much.
Like, yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Yeah, so the original Justice League movie, its biggest problem for me was the characters and how bloated it felt and like all that shit. That's one of the many problems it has, but this one's gonna have more characters. Well, I keep thinking about this. Like, it's gonna have more characters, more storylines. Mm-hmm. What's gonna happen? Like, are they gonna just gonna just fan service fuck us, or are they just gonna make a movie here, or are they making a story here? Is it gonna be nothing?
Yeah.
Is it gonna be like I don't know what it's gonna be. Is it Justice League 1 and 2? Is it 4 hours, or is Zack Snyder just that like pretentious that he has to make a 4-hour cut of his movie? Like, you know what I mean?
That's what I thought it was gonna be. But I felt like that's why it was 4 hours, was because it's like 2-hour movies.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. I thought, but then I kind of thought that is it just because he's making like it's just 4 hours? Like there's 4-hour cuts of short movies. That's the thing. A lot of footage gets shot, shoot a lot of shit. They'd cut half the shit out to make a fucking movie. Cool. But like, do I want to sit here and watch 4 hours of this? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm hyped. I just want to see what they didn't do. I'm hyped for it. But like,
yeah, if
it's gonna be a fucking pile of garbage, is there even a point of releasing it? Like, just bury it. I don't know. But it has to be better than. If it's not better than the original one, that's gonna be fucking terrible. Like, that'll be a huge flop. Like the biggest flop maybe ever.
I feel like too is because people are hyping it up so much, and like all the fans are like going so nuts about this, and I feel like it's just gonna be a letdown. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I mean, like I guess we'll just get into it. Like WandaVision, right? This new episode. I feel like after Evan Peters appeared last episode, spoiler alert, the fucking X-Men's there. Maybe he isn't. I think he is, but my expectations for the show have gone up exponentially just because I saw an X-Men appear in a fucking MCU property. So I feel like I'm the only fan here who's like, is this not fucking nuts? Or like, I've been waiting to see X-Men in the MCU crossover since I was like fucking 10. So I'm like, what they do? But it feels kind of like it's not like a letdown, but like they're going down this path right now with like this multiverse thing. Doctor Strange, that movie's gonna play into like that's gonna play into the Doctor Strange movie. They're doing this big web thing of like multiverse fuck shit, and anything can happen. And I feel like we're gonna hype this up a lot. Like if we see Magneto, I mean, are fans gonna not want? Okay, my fucking brother's texting me like, fuck off. Like, what does he want? You fucking idiot. Are fans not going to want to see X-Men versus the Avengers? Are we not going to get? Are we not going to have that expectation or like some sort of big House of M thing? Like, are we not going to like? And it's not going to happen. I feel like, and we're going to get let down.
Well, the thing is WandaVision is supposed to kind of just set up Doctor Strange and Spider-Man 3. So, like, sure, I'm expecting the finale of WandaVision to be a big deal.
Right.
Which I'm sure it will be. I'm not losing my faith in Marvel now.
Right.
It's just it's frustrating because because of the length of these episodes. You wait a whole fucking week for a 20-minute episode.
Yeah.
Because you got 10 minutes of fucking credits at the end for some reason.
Right.
Like, just don't put 10 minutes of credits. You know what I mean? Like,
is that what it is? I didn't even notice.
It's like 8 minutes.
Wow.
So every time you start the episode, look at the end and you see what the time of the episode is. Knock off 8 minutes. That's the actual time of the episode.
Thank you, Mikey.
Because like last night, like this episode that came out today, I guess, is it's like 37 minutes. So really, it's 29.
Yeah,
which is a long time. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's misleading.
Yeah. And it's
frustrating.
I was gonna say that, like, it is annoying to, like, I'm waiting a week and like nothing really happens. Like,
yeah,
I gotta be honest, I'm not really enjoying the whole sitcom thing. I'm not doing it as much as I wanted to enjoy it. I think it's interesting. It's neat. It's like, oh, okay, like Malcolm in the Middle. Fucking, I mean, when I was a kid, I watched Malcolm in the Middle a lot. This was a Malcolm in the Middle, like the intro was like literally Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
Like the fucking font, it was all Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, the early 2000s, like.
Yeah, it was literally Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
I said it 40 times in a row, but it's Malcolm in the Middle. I like that. Cool. That when I was a kid, that intro used to scare me. It was so like, it looked like a grunge music video.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, I was like, when I was a kid, I was like, what the fuck? I was horrified. The fucking eye. I remember there used to be like at the end there used to be like some fucking eye shit. Anyways, also Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
him being like Walter White is like when they casted Heath Ledger as the Joker. It's like, what the fuck is the guy from Malcolm in the Middle doing in the drug dealing show?
Yeah.
What is happening? Like, why does he have cancer and why is he a drug dealer? The dad from Malcolm in the Middle. Anyways, so WandaVision, so they're obviously gonna do these things with the kids, like the the powered kids. That was in the House M comic book story, I'm pretty sure too.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
She loses her kids in that storyline.
Right.
They were all like they weren't real or something.
Yeah.
Which would be fucking crazy dark, by the way, if they did that.
House of M is, I think it's a little too dark for Marvel. They're not going to do fully House of, they're going to use like Civil War, kind of like the Civil War path, where it's like Civil War was a dark fucking story. It really was.
Yeah.
Mad people died. A lot of like, it was really heavy politics shit. Like,
yeah,
it was pretty intense. I love that. I remember when I was a kid, when Civil War came out, the movie, when I was 2016, like 13, I was just getting into like really heavy into MCU shit now, and into movies, so like, and into comics. So I was hyped for Civil War the movie, and then the comic books came out, like the new like Civil War 2 came out, and they did that comic book story. It fucking sucked. And but I wanted to read the original one, so I was trying to find all the fucking books. So many books.
Yeah.
But it was so fucking sick, and like they touched like a strand of it in the real movie.
Yeah.
However, House of M is a very dark story, and if Marvel goes down that path, her kids will be taken away. I think they're gonna be real, because everybody in this thing is real.
Yeah.
So, I don't think anybody's like just faking this. I think everybody in this place, whoever's here, is real. Evan Peters, if he's, I'm pretty sure he's Quicksilver from the X-Men. They could be using it as a red herring. I wouldn't be shocked if that was a red herring. They're just like, they're gonna fucking tickle our balls and be like, oh, it's X-Men, but it's not. I think it is X-Men though. I heard their kids are gonna be taken away, like, because they're gonna be powerful kids. Like, I heard this whole big fucking theory, which I think is stupid, but whatever.
Put it out there.
That Sword is controlling Wanda to do this whole thing where she has kids, and they want her to have kids so that they have fucking these powerful kids, like her and Pietro were to Shield or Hydra.
Right.
And they're gonna take her kids and they're gonna fucking make them into fucking whatever super soldier fucking weapons.
Yeah. See, because they they do mention that fucking what's his name, Buddy
Hayward.
Yeah, that he's up to something, right? And that he's been tracking all the people inside, like everybody that's around Vision.
They think I heard he's Mephisto. That's who he actually is. Mephisto.
I heard that,
or he's Nightmare.
Yes, I feel like that'd be kind of gay.
What?
No, like I feel like that would just be kind of stupid. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's just such a fucking stereotype that like in these fucking action movies,
he's actually like not that guy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, he like works for this big company, and then he's like fucking, he's like the devil, literally.
But Nightmare is the villain in Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah, that was the
in Doki Waki 2.
That was the original idea.
Yeah, so is it, or I think it still is.
I don't know if they're still doing that because they said that.
Wait, is it Mephisto? I don't know.
In what?
I thought Doki Strange 2.
It was supposed to be Nightmare. Like when Scott Derrickson was still directing it, he said it was going to be Nightmare.
Yeah.
But now that Sam Raimi's doing it, I don't know if they made changes or.
I really hope Sam Raimi isn't a fucking puppet. I really hope he isn't just like a puppet director to people. They make everybody comfortable. Anyways, every time I hear that he's doing it, I'm like, he's just a puppet. They're gonna fucking. But he wouldn't do it then if it was gonna be like that. But maybe the check was so fat. Maybe it was such a fat check.
You know what they probably do? They probably hit him with the okay, go and do your thing, but within our guidelines.
But that's always been the MCU, though.
Yeah.
It's go and do your thing, but within our guidelines.
Yeah.
And it became more or less just our guidelines. I would say like post Civil War, or post Avengers 2.
Mm-hmm.
When they kind of, that was like the first big their big title. Like it was Avengers 2 was not critically acclaimed like the first one. So I feel like after that they're just like, let's just not like give directors their vision, because like Joss Whedon, and maybe it started with Avengers 2 because Joss Whedon didn't get his real vision apparently there, like played out. Don't care at this point.
But also then the Russo brothers come in, and it seemed like they had kind of free reign with their movies.
Yeah, it was that Russo brothers. People don't really talk about it. That was with them, the writers, whatever their fucking names are, I forget.
Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely.
Yeah, those guys with the Russo brothers, with Kevin Feige, and all it was like a team. It was really a team. That's what it was. It wasn't. I mean, obviously, it is like any movie they have their roles and they all work together. But it was very much like this conglomerate. This conglomerate of like just people like these fucking nerds.
Yeah,
wanted to write shit. That's what it was, and it's really cool because like obviously the Russo brothers are the Russo brothers, but like it wasn't like this. It's like they were like the fucking, like the sorcerers behind this MCU shit. It was really like this big thing that Kevin Feige had kind of strung together with these writers and the producers and the Russo brothers and everything.
Yeah, you know what? Too, I want to talk about this for a sec because just because it connects to this episode of WandaVision especially. So I rewatched Age of Ultron the other day, and why people don't like it kind of bothers me. Because
I enjoy the movie.
Yeah, because like it has its issues, and I mean it doesn't look the greatest. Like it looks kind of bland.
It like most of the shit, yeah.
Like it's just when you go from Avengers 1 to Avengers Age of Ultron, it's like totally different.
Even Avengers 1, like most of the MCU movies, like I think Iron Man 1 is the only nice looking MCU movie up until Thor isn't that nice looking. Fuck the Asgard part. Of course it's colorful, but this doesn't really look nice still.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. People don't understand.
Guardians, maybe Guardians of the Galaxy. Maybe it was like until then. Like that's really it. Like Iron Man was nice looking, kind of.
People got to stop confusing though. Like because I've seen like people in like comment sections or like whatever, and they talk about like if they talk about cinematography, people think just because a movie's colorful that the cinematography is great.
But like, there's no color.
Yeah, like that's not always the case. You know what I mean?
And what do you mean?
Like a movie could still be bright and colorful and still look like shit. You know what I mean?
100%. But like when it's a comic book movie,
yeah,
and it looks like gray fucking glooby nothing.
Yeah.
That's when it's like, okay, like I obviously, like, there's black and white movies have good cinematography, like, you know what I mean, like, there's, you know what I mean, but when it's like when I watch Civil War and I'm like, this is a fucking comic book movie, get some fucking color in there.
Yeah.
Like in WandaVision in the 70s, looked really nice. It was nice. It was bright pastel colors. It was cool. It's interesting. It's nice to watch. Nice to look at. When you're looking at Avengers 2, it's like, it's not nice to look at.
Right.
If you're gonna make an eye candy movie, make it eye candy. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's just me.
Yeah. And they're in episode 6 of WandaVision. They make a lot of references to Age of Ultron.
Yeah. Visually as well, like literally showing clips from Age of Ultron. Yeah.
Yeah, they literally show clips from Age of Ultron. And I like a few things that Evan Peters says to Wanda, that he's like, oh, like, this is a lot more impressive than you giving people nightmares and like shooting red things out of your hands or whatever. Like, he says something like that. But Age of Ultron, like, it's not bad, and I hate when people say that they don't like it.
Why do you think it's better than people think, though? I'm just I do think it's better than people think, but why do you think it's better?
I think it does a lot for like their characters. I think it's a big movie for like planting the seeds of Civil War.
That's what it was. They kind of, I feel like they sacrificed a little bit of actual story for setting up story, which it's interesting to watch now that we've seen it all play out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I think it actually, it's aged better.
Yeah,
it's aged better.
Yeah. I would say that too, because like there's that one scene where they're trying to create Vision, and they're trying to finish the download or whatever, and then Cap shows up and he tells them to knock it off, and then they scrap. But I also don't think Ultron was that bad of a villain.
No, he's not. I watched a scene from a show that James Spader's in.
Blacklist?
Yes. A kid in my film class, he put a scene from there for like a presentation, and I'm like, fuck, his voice, his tone.
I watched the first few episodes of that show, and then I stopped watching it for some reason.
His everything is just... And I think it worked for Ultron.
Yeah, I think so too. And he did the mocap too. Like, he was in the fucking suit.
Yeah, he was. That's pretty fucking sick. And he it was a good counterbalance. Like, it was Stark, but it wasn't. I mean, literally, like Tony Stark and just the word Stark. It was Stark, but it also wasn't Stark.
Yeah.
It was his own thing, but it was a good counter to Tony Stark.
Yeah.
As his Vision, as like this kind of counter in more of a contrast, a good contrast to Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Ultron was like, it was kind of like the devil, almost like a word, like Tony's, like everything bad about Tony is amplified in Ultron.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And he was cool.
Yeah, he looks sick.
The scene with Ulysses Claw.
Yeah, I love that scene.
It's a fucking sick scene. I mean, it is. Like, don't tell me it's not.
He thought he was one of Tony's like Iron Men.
Yeah.
You think I'm one of his? And he like cuts his arm off. That's sick.
It's good. I'm gonna fucking watch it tonight. That's what I'm gonna do.
Do it. The only thing I didn't like about Ultron was that like they literally gave him lips, and like he literally like he fucking like actually talks. They could have just gave him the speakers and just had him like talk through those. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it would have been a little bit more menacing if he did that. But he can express emotions, kind of.
Yeah, like it's weird.
I like it. I kind of like it now that I think about it. Like I like that he can kind of express himself.
Yeah.
I guess kind of like when Spider-Man could do thing with the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cool that he can express himself like in the comics.
Yeah.
Like when he's fucking scared.
He can like move his eyes. And, yeah.
So I kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting, but I mean, I think either way would be. I mean, if he was. They could have went. I mean, it would have been pretty sick if he couldn't do that, and it was just the speakers.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't know what he's kind of like the Mandalorian, where it's like when it's his emotion and everything, and his expression is just through his voice.
Right.
And you can tell what he's feeling and how he's feeling just through his voice.
Yeah. Exactly. But I love like the reason why I brought that up is because I love that with the MCU they never forget anything that's happened.
Yeah, I mean, they have probably before. I'm sure we can go find something if you really dug that they've retconned.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, they've been I mean, they've been really solid with that, I think.
Yeah. Or like just with making callbacks to other movies
or just continuity.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I mean, talking about the X-Men, like fuck, like continuity schmontinuity. Like they're just
Oh, they don't give a fuck about that.
And it's funny because it's like, who makes better movies?
Yeah.
Or what? I mean, it's always like, who gives a fuck? Like standalone, like who worry about all these storylines and all these characters and the bigger universe? Just make a movie.
Hey, no, worry about it.
It's like,
it's important.
It's important when you're making a universe. That's when it's important.
Well, sure.
But like,
if you're just making movies just to make movies and make them fucking standalone. Nobody cares.
They're I guess like Saga, which is the X-Men franchise, like the X-Men movies. That is the universe-esque movie where they have to keep where they should keep some sort of continuity,
right?
And in the ones where they have really no continuity, which is like Logan, Deadpool, they're fire. But the ones where like the continuity isn't there when it probably should be there, aren't that great. And there's times when it serviced them, like in Days of Future Past, where they kind of fucked everything up with the continuity, and it was a good movie.
Yeah, but it's funny because that's that's like probably the best movie,
right,
in the series. You know what I mean? So it's like,
arguably, I think I like X2 a lot, but
I like X1 and 2 a lot.
1 and 2 are cool,
and then they shit the bed.
Yeah, X3 is I always just think of the fucking you know, scene I'm talking about, fucking Juggernaut.
Oh god,
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch, and he just fucking runs through a wall, and you're like, okay, that was weird. Had that actually just happened in a movie? You actually just greenlit that scene.
Yeah,
good job, Fox.
Yeah, excellent.
You know, I do you ever watch Red Letter Media? Do you watch them on YouTube? You should watch them. They're great. They have this thing called Half in the Bag where they were just kind of do what we do basically, and they referred to the X1 to like X to X3 as the what's it called? What they call it? It wasn't the pedophile era. Was it the pedophile era? Because Bryan Singer.
Oh.
And the other guy as well directed one. He also came out as like a pedophile or some shit or like sexual assault.
Oh.
They call it the pedophile era X-Men. So funny. But anyways, WandaVision. What did you think about it overall though?
This episode, I didn't like this episode as much as the last one.
No. Definitely not.
Because it seems like it builds up and then something important happens at the end.
Yeah.
And then we have to wait for the next one. Like, you know what I mean?
And the buildup isn't that great though. That's the thing.
Yeah, like I liked all the stuff with Vision and him going like to the edge of the town and like seeing all those people just fucking
definitely.
And then that scene with Agnes like in the car.
Good scene.
I like that scene. All the stuff with Vision in this episode was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I do like seeing Evan Peters back, but
I mean, Wanda is good in it. Like, it's not actually not good. I think it's just her character is just kind of annoying right now. I feel like it's a little bit annoying.
Yeah, but it's just because like we don't know what's going on. Like that's what's so frustrating.
Yeah, like why is she and it's like, why are you doing this? Like, why didn't you just bring him back and that's it? Like, why do you have to fucking go through all this? Like, are you going through menopause? Like, what is this?
Right, then she just like makes the fucking thing bigger at the end.
Right.
Like, she just pushes the barriers like forward like I'm like, oh my god, she's gonna fucking like take over the entire world.
Imagine that was her fucking plan.
Jesus Christ.
That'd be pretty fucking sick.
That'd be brutal.
So yeah, I'm betting my college tuition that Magneto's going to show up, and that's a fact. Magneto, guys, you heard it here first. Not first, but whatever. You heard it.
It makes sense, though. It makes sense because Paul Bettany said that there's an actor that he works with that he's always wanted to work with, and that he's like this big like legend actor. It would make sense if it's Ian McKellen.
What if it was Evan Peters?
What a fucking joke that would be, eh? Imagine saying you've always wanted to work with Evan Peters.
That one guy from that one movie that no one watched with him and the other Quicksilver.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah, what's that movie called that they're in together?
They were in a movie together?
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna look it up right now. Mikey, start us off on Malcom Marie. Give us your little breakdown, because we were Snapchatting as live reactions to you watching that and me watching Requiem for a Dream.
Yes. This movie. See, I was excited to see this movie,
right?
Because I thought these are two phenomenal actors who are finally starting to get recognized, and they're being put in good movies.
They're in. Sorry, hold on. Aaron Taylor Johnson and Evan Peters are in Kick-Ass together.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen Kick-Ass. That's why. See, to me, with Malcom and Marie, it is a good. I said the same thing to you. I said this. It's a good fucking thing that these two are great actors.
Yeah, yeah.
It is definitely the highest point of this movie.
And no shit. That and like cinematography.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
It's beautiful to look at. It's a beautiful movie. The set, which is like, I think it was an Airbnb, I'm pretty sure. It's fucking amazing. It's beautiful. It really is. It's movies like that like make me want to make a movie, just because I just want to fucking do that.
Yeah,
like, that just looks fucking sick. I like the opening scene a lot as well.
Yeah, opening scene was good. There's no fucking. I'm watching it. I'm like, what's the fucking story here?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it's
like Tenet, but it's like Tenet, like the problem that Tenet has, but like really like worse.
Yeah, like it's
like this. It's the characters and the story, or it's like it's all one thing.
Yeah,
that means something. There's no actual story. There's no actual character development. There's just like
right.
Well, actually, there's pretty good development. That's actually a lie. There's some development, like you learn about their past and stuff like that. But what does it actually mean?
Right. But like, how does that factor into this story?
Right.
Because like they literally, it's just that like they get home from like his movie premiere.
Yeah.
And then they argue, then they fuck, and then they argue, and then they fuck, and then it's just that's the movie.
Yeah. That's
like it's scenes of them fighting, cut up between scenes of them fucking, and that's it.
That's it.
And then it's an hour 45, and then it's done. Like, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Like,
I was very hyped for this movie. Like I fucking love Zendaya. I grew up on Shake It Up, the show that she was on with Bella Thorne.
Oh yeah.
I grew up on that show. Like I
forgot about that.
That show, I watched that show like religiously.
Yeah.
They never do shit in Chicago with TV shows. It's always in New York. Always in New York or Boston. That's it. New York or Boston. Choose one. And then they go to Philadelphia sometimes. Once in a while they go to Philadelphia. And they go to Chicago and Shake It Up. And I fucking love it. Because all they do is eat Chicago fucking style pizza. That's all they do in the show. When it's not like drama, it's eating pizza. Anyways. Yeah. I love Zendaya. I think she's an amazing actress. I love John David Washington. I think he's an amazing actor.
Sure.
Sam Levinson is a great director. I watched Euphoria. I'm gonna be that guy. I watched the show Euphoria before it was like a trend to like Euphoria. Euphoria.
There you go.
Yeah, English is fucking hard.
He's in a couple movies with De Niro. That guy.
Sam Levinson.
Yeah.
What movies?
Or he was.
Did he direct?
He was in a movie with. The Wizard of Lies in 2017.
You.
And then he did. Oh, he was an actor in.
Oh, okay.
What just happened?
All right, fuck that. Anyways.
Okay.
Nice. But Euphoria is a great show. I was hyped for it before it came out, and I watched. I didn't get to like the very end, but I watched most of it. I still gotta finish it. It's a great show. It looks great, great writing,
It's on
all that shit.
what, HBO, I think.
It's an HBO. Yeah, it's an HBO show. So Sam Levinson decided to make a movie during COVID with Zendaya. He wrote a script. He got Zendaya, or Zendaya agreed to it, and then they got the green light for it, and then they got John David Washington to do it as well.
Mm.
And it's an interesting movie. The dialogue in it is, I think it's good. I think it's good dialogue. I like it. I like the way it's written. I like a lot of shit about it. It's just, did it have to be an hour and 45 minutes, or it could have been a fucking episode of a random TV show? Like, did it have to be that long? Like,
This movie,
a lot. Nothing really happens for that much time, and it's like you could have had the same ending. I feel like. I feel like there's a good movie, and there's a good movie in Malcom Marie. There's a good story inside of there. There is. It's just he didn't grab it. Like, he just kind of went for this this witty, snappy, emotional dialogue, and the story was there is a story in there. He just kind of left it out, and there's really not much to say about it. I mean, it's good cinematography. The music in it's pretty good. The acting in it's pretty.
I like the music a lot in this movie.
Yeah,
that's one thing.
100%.
Yeah, I love that scene. Like when they get home and he like puts the music on and he's just fucking dancing around. He's just vibing with it.
The mac and cheese scene's funny. When he's like,
I kind of laugh at the mac and cheese.
It's like mocking mac and cheese, and he's like, "Fuck you!" It's fucking mac he's just there's some, and what I liked about it though, and I think this was the point. I kept going like, man, he's right.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, oh wait, no, she's right. Fuck this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, no, wait, he's right. Fuck this girl. Like, what the fuck's her problem? And then, like, I just kept going back and forth, like, who's right? So that was kind of interesting for me to do, I guess. I think I liked it more than most, but I don't think it's a great movie. I just think it's a solid little, I don't know. It's a solid watch, I guess. It's just not. It didn't go anywhere. And it's literally held together by good acting and cinematography, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's it.
I agree with you there for sure.
That's it. Like, that's really it. It's a matter of it's really just a matter of did you enjoy what they did? That's it. There's not really like a greater sense of anything. Yeah. I'm gonna give Malcom Marie a 7 out of 10.
I'm gonna go.
Actually, I'm gonna go 6.8.
Yeah, I was gonna go like 6.5.
Yeah, that's fair. It's, again, like, I do enjoy a lot of it, but it's just I can't sit here and act like it's a great movie because it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
They could have done what they did in about. I think they could have cut it down to an hour, in my opinion.
Yeah, they honestly could have.
They could have. Honestly, I think it was better as a short film.
Yeah.
Actually,
it would have been great as a short film, I think.
Like, as I think that is it really is a short film, in my opinion. The way it's written is a short film.
Yeah.
It's written like a fucking short film. It is. And now I'm just thinking about it. It's literally written like a short film. That is how you make short films. Like, the best short films that I've seen are the story, minimal story, to show me a perspective on something.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's being a filmmaker, being an addict, whatever it is. And also, I have to say, I do like it more, and I relate it to the characters because I have actually attempted to write a screenplay on an ex of mine who was an addict. So that is slightly relatable. So I was like weirded out watching it. I'm like, I feel gross.
Yeah.
So there is that part but that's fucking me. I'm not like thanking the movie for doing that. Like, it's just a me thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I guess at Malcom Marie's, I recommend it. I do recommend to watch it. Like, if you do like writing and screenplay writing and cinematography, like, watch the movie. Yeah. But
that's the thing for me. Like, I don't think I would recommend this to like the general public.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody liked movies and like to talk about them like we do, then I would say maybe check it out, and I'll get your opinion on it because I want to know what you think. But just like some random, I probably wouldn't recommend it.
Right. So, do you want to start with Jared Leto?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sure.
New Jared Leto pictures.
So Jared Leto, he posted some Joker shit. I like it. It looks cool. Marilyn Manson vibes, kind of Slipknotty, a little bit creepy. Yeah, that's one of the pictures. Yeah, yeah, you got it. That's the other picture. Yeah, I mean, people are like, "Oh, what the fuck's he wearing?" I'm like, I mean, I thought he was in an asylum.
Bro, people just love to find shit to complain about,
Yeah,
and that annoys the shit out of me.
yeah,
Can't we just fucking why don't we all just shut our mouths and not go into comment sections until we see the fucking thing?
yeah. I mean, it was posted to drum up interest for the movie. Probably, I don't think he was
Of
just trying to
course.
post it to like, I want to show you guys my Joker look. Like, I
Of
think
course.
I feel like Jared Leto's the last person to be like, look at what I'm doing. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly.
Uh,
Especially with a character that in the past is not very well liked.
right. I think
Why would he do that?
he didn't post any caption with the pictures. He just kind of posted them.
Yeah.
Um, it's for the movie's publicity, obviously,
Yeah.
obviously.
Right.
So, um, now that we've gotten past, I guess I mean, there is more. People are like the hair. Why is it long? He's Oscar baiting. It's like he's
Just
not. He's
just
not.
nitpicking these fucking people. It drives me
Would
nuts.
Do you want him to have a crew cut? Like, what do you want him to do?
Yeah, literally. Like, I don't know what else you fucking expect. What the
We never.
fuck does it matter? The length of Joker's hair. Like,
Yeah,
are these people fucking kidding me?
yeah. These little sweaty fucking nerds who just, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
he doesn't look like the animated series Joker. Yeah, well, you can fucking
It's
you
like
can fucking
it's
suck
like
me.
he changes his look completely from the fucking old Joker that he did that nobody liked,
Yeah. And now
and they're
people are complaining about
complaining.
it. Yeah,
It's
like
like you'll never win. You'll never win.
he
I mean,
won't. Because
yeah.
people like to fucking bitch about his Joker.
Like, listen, I don't think his Joker's good, but guess what? There was a good Joker inside of there. There was. They just didn't do it. And you know what? They wanted to go that route that they went, and I totally get it. It was complete. They didn't want to. They didn't want to be like Heath.
Yeah.
They didn't want to be like Jack. They wanted to be something completely out of the fucking out of the box.
I get it because they wanted to modernize it. They wanted to make it like right now, this is what a Joker would be. And
Right.
I get where they were coming from. I still don't like it. So if he has 2 minutes in this Justice League and it's better than Suicide Squad, that's what I'm gonna remember his Joker for.
100%. And I do think it is Nightmare Joker. I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think it's real life Joker.
It is because
I
they
hope
put that the other picture they released with it was Batman standing in front of him.
that's a picture there.
Yeah, here I'll pull it up.
Oh, what the fuck? I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I just thought it was Nightmare Joker. I just assumed it was Nightmare because it looks like not an asylum. It looks more
it
like
is.
it looks close. If you were to colorize that, it will look like what you saw in BVS, that Superman, where Superman was.
Jared or Zack Snyder. So Zack Snyder put this picture out, obviously,
Right.
and he put this one with it.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's that. That's that.
Is that the leather jacket?
Yeah, that's that fucking trench coat that he
I
had.
love that. I love that costume so much. I don't care what anybody says. That costume is so sick.
He did say too that he's gonna have a fucking actual scene of dialogue with this Joker. So
You know what? This has potential to be really good.
I know.
Ben Affleck's a great actor.
So is Jared Leto.
Snyder can write dialogue. He can write dialogue. He can do it. Just it's not all great, but he can do it. Leto's a great actor. These guys have both won Oscars for different things, but they can fucking act. And Joker, Batman interrogation shit.
Yeah,
always fire.
That's the kind of, not that it's going to be as good as the scene in The Dark Knight, but it's got the potential. It's there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just fucking do it.
Right. Exactly.
You know.
They have the recipe. Just go and make it.
Exactly. Just fucking stick it in the oven, baby.
Stick it in the oven. That's weird, but still.
I know. You know what else is weird?
What?
Florence Pugh being cast as a fucking robot who's getting tried for murder.
Are we going to talk about this? I mean, I have zero thoughts on this. Zero thoughts. Just why? You know what I mean?
For Apple TV Plus, by the way.
Of course.
You think they would actually release a movie like that in theaters? You're funny.
No, I don't think that. I thought it was gonna be like some fucking Netflix shit.
She's basically playing a sex doll.
Okay.
Who?
She is sexy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Right.
Who kills her owner?
It could be interesting.
I'm not banking on it.
Neither am I, but it could be interesting.
Not banking on it.
No, not banking on it.
Know why?
No. Why?
Because that's a shit premise. What kind of sick fuck sat around his basement in front of his computer and thought this would be a great idea?
Have you seen Ex Machina?
Yeah, but this is different.
Is it though?
That's like an actual good movie.
If you haven't seen it though, Mike.
Yeah, but I mean,
Ex Machina is like, it's literally, I just thought it's right now. It's literally Ex Machina, but a sex doll instead of like a robot, like AI.
Yeah, but it's if it's like AI, it's different. It's cool.
But the sex doll is kind of AI. The sex doll, like, you know what I mean. I'm sure it's gonna be some sort of AI thing where it's like, I don't want to. I guess I'm defending it, but I think this has potential, Mike. It has potential. It does. You don't think it? Listen, Mike.
I think this is the dumbest thing ever.
I gotta think of some dumber shit than this.
Well, yeah, you know what else is dumber than this is a Willy Wonka prequel, but
yeah.
Or know how I feel about that.
Mike, you know what's weirder than this though? You know what's weirder than this, Mike?
What? What's weirder than this?
Armie Hammer. I'm gonna say very little. We're late to the party on this, but I'm gonna say very little. Did we already talk about Armie Hammer already?
I'm kind of, but
I forget. I don't know. He fucking likes blood. Okay. Ew, Armie. Bye. See ya. I mean, he didn't murder anybody yet.
Fucking gross. Yet, yeah. Not that we know of.
Right, but bye. See ya. Bye, Armie.
He's got bodies in a slaughterhouse for sure, I bet you.
Bye, Armie. Ciao, ciao.
Gross.
Arrivederci.
Why don't you go and do another fucking Lone Ranger with Johnny Depp?
Bro, imagine being in the Lone Ranger. Imagine doing that movie. Like, imagine.
You know what? Like if it's Johnny Depp, it doesn't surprise me because he's just such a fucking weird guy. So it makes sense that he does weird movies.
He played an indigenous guy. What the fuck?
Yeah.
He literally sat in a meeting with a studio and went with Disney. Wasn't it Disney?
Yeah.
He sat there with Bob Iger and went, I'm going to play Chief Longbow, whatever the fuck his name is in that movie. Are you
Tonto?
Tonto. Are you fucked? Are you fucked?
Tonto, you know?
No, I don't know Tonto, Mike. And then Armie Hammer played the cowboy. Why don't you like Michael Sharon? Why don't you like an actual cow, like Michael Sharon? Or Michael Shannon, sorry. Michael Shannon.
Michael Shannon's a fucking great actor too.
Cast him in everything, man. Cast him in everything.
He could play a guy that's fucking mental. Like we talked about Jack Nicholson in the last episode, but Michael Shannon could play a fucking nut job too.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Moving on. What else is there?
Man, Mahershala Ali's all over the map, eh?
What's he doing?
He just got cast in The Last of Us, that fucking movie, new movie they're doing.
Isn't Peter Pascal playing? Yeah, sure, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal's in it. Mahershala Ali's in it.
It's got a solid cast so far.
I think there's somebody else was in it too. Let me look it up.
They casted the girl. They casted the little girl as well.
Yeah, it's the girl from Game of Thrones.
Right. Game of Thrones.
Oh, it's a TV series.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, her name's Bella Ramsey.
Yeah, that's nice. Sure. I'm not hyped for it. I'm not a Last of Us guy, but it sounds nice. Sounds nice, you know?
I never played it, so I can't really say I'm excited for it, but
Right.
maybe when it comes out, maybe I'll watch it. I don't know.
Well, time will tell, Mikey. Time will tell.
The Falcon Winter Soldier trailer.
Yeah, that was cool, I guess. It was cool, I guess. I mean, there's nothing really big about it. Baron Zemo, I like the actor. Forget his name again. I blink all the time. Can't remember anybody.
Daniel Brühl.
Can't remember anybody's names.
You can never remember anybody's name on this fucking podcast, eh?
Remember anybody's names when it actually comes down to it. Like when I can talk to you guys about shit like be off when the cameras are off. No bueno.
And then when you hit the record button, it's right out the window.
Gone.
Yeah.
But Daniel Brühl, he's a great actor.
He is a great actor. He's in a lot of shit movies, but
yeah,
he's a good actor. He also he was good in Civil War. But before we saw WandaVision, I was most excited for this show out of all of them.
Yeah. I mean,
because I like that kind of it's almost like a seems like it's gonna be like a spy thriller kind of. You know what I mean?
Good action show.
Yeah. Almost like a Born Identity, like a good. You know what I mean? Like
just like spy shit. Yeah. It's. I mean, I'm not expecting great things from it, like crazy shit.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be good. It's supposed to tie on Black Widow. That's what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much confirmed, I think. So I think when's Black Widow coming out? Is it coming out on Disney Plus? Do we know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do we know when it's coming out?
I think it's supposed to come out this summer.
God
but
damn.
I think they're planning it for theaters though, not Disney Plus.
Oh.
They should just fucking put it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I agree.
But what the fuck do I know? Speaking of that, there's a rumor that Keanu Reeves has been offered a role of Kraven the Hunter in an upcoming Sony Pictures Marvel solo film. So obviously he would be in the same realm as Tom Hardy's Venom and Jared Leto's Morbius.
Right, which is MCU. No,
essentially.
Look at Jared Leto go, man, with MCU and DCU shit.
Good for him.
Good for you, Jared.
Get back out there. I'm hyped for Morbius. I think it's going to be decent.
You go, Jared. You go.
I like seeing him do good things because he's a fucking great actor. He deserves it.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I'm going to check out his music eventually, and if it's good...
He's a fucking good singer.
Is he really?
I like some of the 30 Seconds to Mars shit.
I watched him perform with Travis Scott, and that was weird.
Well, yeah, because...
Listen, I'm getting fucking texts. Leave me alone, Arby.
Yeah, that's so weird, but...
Fuck me, damn it. Anyways, so, yeah, Keanu Reeves as Kraven the Hunter in his own movie, right? Not show, a movie?
That's a movie, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, cool, I guess. Kraven the Hunter. I mean, it's gonna be John Wick, but like with hunting shit, I guess. Hunting animals, people. We don't know.
I mean, he's such a bad actor, but
yeah, I mean,
he's
dramatic, like drama.
Dramatically, he's terrible, but he's great for action movies. So
exactly,
who knows?
It is an action movie, right, Mike? Right, Mike?
Well,
Mike's an action movie. It's not a fucking period piece.
But he's got like a good backstory.
Kraven the Hunter.
Like he's got cancer and like all this other kind of shit.
Y'all have cancer. Fuck. What do you mean good backstory? They all have cancer.
No, but like I mean, to play out in a movie, it's got potential.
Bro, every fucking villain ever is like,
not with him.
Cancer. Like, I'm sick. I need to find the cure.
God.
Morbius, literally Dr. Freeze.
What disease?
It's the same. I'm sick. I need the cure.
Yeah, but he's gonna turn into a fucking vampire though, so that's at least decent.
Mike, you're not getting what I'm saying here. It just because he has a fucking disease doesn't mean it's a good backstory.
No, but I'm saying it could be. You know what I mean? But he's a trash actor, so I'm not expecting it.
I'm gonna be like this. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna fucking sit there. I'm gonna watch Ken Reeves go, I'm sick. I need the cure. Oh, he's gonna be like, I need the cure. I need the cure. Oh, and he's gonna run around like a fucking idiot. Listen, I'm just hating. I don't know. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
The only reason people are gonna see it is because they have to. So, I mean, that's that. Hey, speaking of Mahershala Ali, he's gonna the Blade movie, which I'm happy it's a movie.
Yeah.
Is going to be written by Watchmen series writer Stacey Osei Kuffour. Probably butchered that name, so I apologize.
Stacey Ofaku, what?
I don't know, man. I like it. I don't know how to say that shit. Look it up for yourself.
Okay. Well, I mean, yes, I'm down.
Regardless of her name, she wrote Watchmen, the show. That's all you need to know.
Watchmen, good show. I'm down.
Yeah, that's all you need to know.
Yeah, totally.
I'm excited for it. Look at this fucking picture of him as look at that. Like that's not Blade, but like he could pull that shit off, you know.
He can. He really can.
He can play a fucking vampire.
Fuck yeah, baby. What else we got? So I watched Requiem for a Dream. Yep. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet here. Okay. What a fucked movie. First of all. Mm-hmm. Again, as someone who's had a friend who's like been an addict, it's honestly weird to watch shit like that, where like people are just like fucking shooting shit and they're just like all strung out and shit. Like, cause I've seen it, and it's just like it's honestly, it's not. Listen, if you want to watch a movie and be happy after, don't watch Requiem for a Dream. Just don't do that.
Yep.
There's not a good ending in the movie. Literally, not one good ending in the movie. For any of the characters.
Yeah.
Except for like the drug dealers, maybe, because they keep doing drugs. It's less about drugs, more about just addiction in general. If you watch the movie, you'll get what I'm saying. I don't want to spoil too much because I think everyone should watch it. But obviously the score is amazing. Let's get that out of the way. The score is fucking phenomenal. Obviously.
Who directed this?
Darren Aronofsky. Obviously, it's a fuck fest, Darren Aronofsky. But
yeah, he's fucking whack job too.
His movies are great though.
Yeah.
Requiem for a Dream's a great movie.
He's a good director.
It's a little overrated, I think. It is a really good movie, and like it shows this it's a really, at the time especially, like it's a really cool light at addiction. I feel like the late 90s, early 2000s was like a bunch of like shooting heroin movies, just like fucking Traffic and like Requiem for a Dream. Like it's just like all those movies that are just showing like teens like being
Traffic's a good movie.
Traffic's a fucking sick movie.
Throwback to grade 11 film.
Yeah, man.
First time I saw that movie.
Yeah, it is a good movie. But Requiem for a Dream, basically just to sum it up, it's really good acting with really good writing. A little, maybe like 10 minutes too long. I felt like, but also could have been 10 minutes longer. I mean, it could have benefited from that. But I like where it went. I like what it was going for. It's interesting. It's not like one of the greatest fucking movies ever. I mean, it's really good, but it's not. Let's take it easy. I mean, it's just a really interesting movie to watch. I can't really explain without spoiling it. I don't want to really spoil it because I think everyone should just watch it. But Marlon Wayans is great in it. I had no idea he was in the fucking movie.
Yeah, who would have thought, eh?
Marlon Wayans, he's great in that movie. Jennifer Connelly, Dime, great in the movie. Jared Leto. Weird Boston accent. I think he's going for just a weird accent. It was like a weird Boston. It wasn't even Boston. It was like supposed to be New York, but it was Bostonish. It was weird.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was a weird accent, but it was a good, solid performance. This one guy in the movie, he's this big, like menacing, like guy, fucking creepy. Great performance. He had like 10 lines. Great performance.
Hey, speaking of Jennifer Connelly. Mm-hmm. Have you watched Snowpiercer, the show?
No, fuck that. I'm not gonna watch the show.
Yeah, because I haven't seen the movie yet either. So like I don't know.
Don't watch the show. Watch the movie, please. I don't give a. My dad watched it. He liked the show. I'm like, fuck you, okay? Like the movie is so good. The movie is so good, like incredible. Like Watch the movie, Mike. Watch the movie.
Bong Joon-ho did that, right?
He did.
Chris Evans?
With Chris Evans, yeah. It's a great fucking movie. I'm telling you.
It's on Netflix, I think.
Nothing will beat. I think it might be still on Netflix. Nothing will beat the movie. The show, I don't give a fuck what. It looks so shit. Like the action in Snowpiercer in the movie, incredible. Cinematography, incredible. Acting, incredible. It's like, it's one of those movies where it's like, I mean, I guess it's perfect. Like I can't really pick out anything wrong with it. It just goes on. It's just a little too long. That's basically its only problem is that it goes on. It kind of drags out a little.
Mm.
Besides that, it's fucking incredible.
I'll watch it and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I might rewatch it.
I'll give you my thoughts on it.
I think I'll rewatch it then as well because it's a fucking great movie. Like Bong Joon-ho is nuts at directing shit, like just nuts.
Easy.
I'm gonna watch Parasite again soon. I think I gotta rewatch Parasite.
I haven't seen it yet, so I might watch it.
You should watch it. Do you want to do a little Bong Joon-ho maybe next week? If you want, I think that's kind of cool. I like Parasite. I like Snowpiercer. It is a foreign film, Mike. I know you're not. I think you're not the fan of subtitles, but
I hate subtitles.
It's worth it though.
But
it really is worth.
Yeah, because it won a bunch of fucking Oscars. So
yeah, that was fun. That Oscar night we did. That was kind of fun.
That was fun. We did predictions too, didn't we?
Yeah, I fucking smoked you guys. Anyways, I literally would be so good at betting. Anyways, it was pretty predictable. I felt like, actually no, it wasn't. When Bong Joon-ho when Parasite cleaned up, I wasn't expecting that. I thought 1917 would, because fucking America and white people would just be like 1917. Like.
Oh fuck 1917.
Like fuck it up the ass, bro. I don't care what anybody says about it. I really don't care. It's a solid movie.
It's fine.
It's solid. It's like Requiem for a Dream. Actually, Requiem for a Dream is better than 1917. But I mean, it's like Roger Deakins just like ran around with a camera, just shitting out good cinematography, just shadow like literally like James Hetfield playing riffs, like shitting him out. That's Roger Deakins just fucking shooting movies. It's like just incredible shit.
Yeah, but
besides that, it's good cinematography, good acting. That's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's fine.
It's kind of like Malcom Marie almost.
But Jesus Christ, is it fucking overrated?
Yeah.
Holy really fuck! You know, like it's one of those movies that like it's nominated for 100 Oscars and you don't know why.
Mike, if you watch Parasite, you will understand why. Like when I get pissed off when I see 1917 in the same conversation with Parasite, I'm like, it's not on the same level as Parasite. It really isn't. It just isn't. Even honestly, even the cinematography in Parasite, if you told me it was better than 1917, I wouldn't be mad at you. Like literally everything about it's better, in my opinion. And it's just so frustrating. Like last year, it's like 1917, Parasite, who's gonna win? Fuck that. Irishman's better. Uncut Gems, The Lighthouse, Waves.
That's another thing too. That's another thing too. And first of all, with Irishman, 10 nominations, it won nothing.
You think it was because of Netflix?
Maybe.
I don't think Meritocracy won as well.
Yeah, that's another one, bro. That's a fucking great movie.
I think for actors.
Yeah, they got nods, both of them.
Oh yeah, wait, didn't he win for
Driver.
Actress? Yeah,
no.
What's her face won? This lady.
Laura Dern won for supporting actress.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, that was a shoe-in though. If she didn't win, that would have been fucking riots.
Yeah, but like also, and that sucks for Scarlett Johansson and Adam Driver. First of all, Scarlett Johansson was up for Best Leading Actress and Supporting Actress.
Imagine she won that. Would have been sick. What a flex!
Crazy.
What a fucking flex!
Yeah,
you know what I mean? God damn.
She's a fucking guy, and that sucks for Adam Driver because look who he was going up against.
Yeah, last year
as if he was gonna win.
Last year was fucked though. Like for movies,
you know what I mean?
For movies last year, I talked about it in our 2020 recap episode. Like, I went through the list of movies that were four stars. Yeah, that I rated. It was like 13 movies. Like, 13 of them were just literally either 4 or 4.5.
Yeah,
or 5. I had no 5s last year. No 5s.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so incredible. Like he wouldn't have been able to compete. Like even Al Pacino, like he couldn't have. I mean, Al fucking Pacino couldn't compete almost.
Yeah.
Like Joe Pesci almost couldn't compete with these guys. And the directors list, Tarantino,
stacked. All the best directors in the game were nominated.
Who wasn't there? Nolan wasn't there. Villeneuve. That's it. Like
Fincher
wasn't there.
How about like Scorsese, Tarantino, like you know what I mean, like.
And what's his face from Joker?
Todd Phillips. Not that I would say he's one of the best directors out there right now. He's not
close. Not even close.
He's good, but he's not. I wouldn't say he's one of the best out there.
Hangover 2 and 3 would care to disagree with you.
Hangover 2 I didn't mind. Hangover 3 sucks.
Hangover 3 is garbage.
Nothing beats the original.
No, nothing really does.
Take away from this podcast today. Nothing beats the original.
Yeah, really, eh? That is honestly, I mean,
unless sometimes.
There's exceptions. There's exceptions.
Yeah. I mean, like
Scarface. Gotcha. Scarface.
Yeah, see, beat the original.
I always get mad about that every week. I'm like, the Scarface remake is a remake of a remake. Let's calm down. It's been remade before. Anyways,
it's like A Star Is Born. Nobody gave a shit about that. It's been made 50 times.
People, I heard people complaining a little bit about it. That it was a remake and it shouldn't be that prestigious and acclaimed and all that shit.
But like when it came out, that's all anybody was talking about.
Lady Gaga.
You know, like.
Lady Gaga, yeah, Lady Gaga, great actress. She's so fucking good at that movie, bro.
She is amazing in that movie.
And Bradley,
she's a fucking crazy good singer too.
And Bradley Coops, bro. Bradley Coops.
Did he get any? He didn't get anything for that. He didn't win anything.
No, he didn't. No director or actor.
Fucking, that's a goddamn tragedy.
It really is.
It's a goddamn tragedy.
Is that what he says?
And that's Jack Nicholson.
It is Jack Nicholson. You're right.
I forget what movie he said that in. Was it The Shining?
I don't know.
I can't remember what movie that was in.
Bro, Jack Nicholson is fucked.
I can picture him saying it, but I can't remember what fucking movie it was in.
All of his performances, I feel like, just kind of blend in with each other. They all kind of like all his like big lines. I feel like.
Fuck, Shining, Cuckoo's Nest, Joker.
If I'm typing, what is that line? He's like, if I'm typing.
I'm in here and he fucking hits the typewriter. You're distracting me.
Yeah, I fucking love that. Anyways, I watched the Metallica concert. I watched a bunch of them. I watched S&M 1 in particular. I want to have a small little Metallica conversation, then we'll end it off there.
I like it.
Malcom. Listen, Nothing Else Mattress.
It's my favorite.
It's so funny. Anyways, yeah, I think we're gonna start doing this a little bit more, but we're gonna talk about concerts.
I like it.
Important concerts.
Because I got a fuck ton of them.
You do, don't you?
I do. I got a whole fucking rack right under my MCU collection over here is my concert collection.
I love it. I'll pirate them.
Yeah.
Or you can watch them together. Metallica.
Yes, Metallica.
They've aged pretty good as well. Not many bands can age like they've aged. Like Lars. Well, I mean, Lars is like a fucking Lars's hair.
Yeah, he looks like a troll. But
when he takes when he takes his hat off, I'm like, put it back on, bro. Please put it back on.
Yeah,
just put it back on. God.
He looks like they all look like such fucking dads. You know what I mean? Like James Hetfield,
dad.
Like that's like.
Yeah, he S&M 2, which I'm gonna watch soon. S&M 2. He checked into rehab like a week after that recording or a performance, and it also apparently it was like the biggest show ever, like the most like the biggest box office show ever, like ever at a arena.
We should have went to see that at the fucking drive-in that night.
I'm
remember?
so mad we didn't. I'm so mad that we didn't. Like we
instead of fucking.
We're seeing them live. It's gonna happen.
100%.
I will pay top fucking dollar to see them live.
100%. There's only Well, not that there's only a handful, but there's
a handful.
Yeah, like there's a handful of guys that I would absolutely pay any price to see them.
Yeah, it was less than a handful for me, but yeah.
Yeah, like for me,
Metallica, Gary Clark. Right now it's like Metallica and Gary Clark.
Like I'm thinking Bruce Springsteen is probably at the top of my list.
I'm not even a big Bruce fan, but like he's so part of like my fucking like family and like shit. Like I'd fucking pay $12 to Bruce Springsteen. Fuck that. Yeah,
I would love to. He's right at the top of my list.
Metallica. Have you seen him before, Bruce Springsteen? You definitely have.
No.
You haven't?
My dad saw him back in like 2008 or 2009 when he came around.
Oh wow.
But
probably no. I'm assuming he'll go on tour for the new album eventually.
Yeah, he said he was going to, so I hope so.
It's a good album. I liked it.
Yeah, it was decent.
Anyways, Metallica.
Still sounds great.
Concert. I watched S&M 1 in particular. We'll talk about S&M 1.
Mm-hmm.
They sound so good with the fucking symphony.
Yeah, you wouldn't think, but it works. You know,
the best the best one I think on there is, I might say it's the memory remains off of the Reload album. That song is pretty good on its own, but with the fucking crowd and the symphony.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That fucking
there's something about
memory remains.
A giant crowd
chanting,
screaming something back at the band.
Yeah,
and it's like
slaps.
Yeah, like it's such a fucking powerful like.
I get chills listening to that song.
Yeah, like that's I remember when I saw a few years ago we went to see Tom Petty in Toronto.
Yeah,
and he hits those first two chords of Free Fallin', and everybody's going fucking crazy. You know, he's got 20,000 people screaming the chorus at the top of their lungs.
That's what I'm saying. Like I want to be right in the middle of that for Metallica. Like as soon as you hear like ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
everyone goes nuts.
Yeah.
Even for like Enter Sand. Like I'm not like, I don't want to be that guy, but like that song live would fuck.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. Or like but from S&M 2 that I liked a lot was No Leaf Clover. That song sounded nuts with the fucking orchestra.
Mm-hmm.
Even No Ecstasy of Gold, the Ennio Morricone song from the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. But I mean, it's so good, and like I think that was a Newstead. That one I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was a Newstead.
Yeah,
and he's great on bass. I mean, Kirk is. I mean, they all sounded great. Like they sound better than they did in like other concerts that are like just regular concerts.
Yeah,
like they just. I mean,
and basically they're one of those bands too that they still sound really fucking good.
Yeah, they really do. The only one who lacks really is Lars. Yeah. That's the only one who sounds kind of eh.
He's gotten worse with age, but
yeah, James's voice. There's something about certain artists' voice that have. It's not worse when they get older. It's not better when they get older, but it's different, and I like it.
Yeah.
Like Robert Plant. It's gonna sound bad. I mean, it's kind of a hot take, but Robert Plant's voice in 07 is sometimes I like it more than his voice in like 70, 71.
Yeah, see, because
with
Robert Plant, listen. So the Celebration Day, Led Zeppelin. Yeah.
Yes.
Celebration Day, Led Zeppelin, because Robert Plant's solo stuff, his voice has got more. It's not bad. It's just it's so much smoother, and it's so nice.
It's like it's aged like fine wine. This
one of the songs that it shows it best is like a song like Ramble On.
Yeah,
like in the verses of Ramble On, like it's so nice.
It's fucking good, man. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
You know, it was actually another good example of that. Is Chris Cornell.
Yeah.
Like his voice from early Soundgarden to his acoustic stuff, like before he died.
Yeah, it matured.
Yeah, and it got so much more like.
I don't want to call it raspier because I feel like it sounds bad, but
it's like a growl, like you know what I mean? Like
I was gonna say it has a grit to it.
Yeah, like it's like a really
James's voice, Hetfield's voice too, has this grit to it that I feel like as it
yeah
ages. Like S&M 2, I haven't watched it yet, but I listened to it.
yeah
It sounds amazing, and
yeah
like it has this grit in his voice, and it's literally a week before he goes into rehab, and you can tell in the tuning room I watched the tuning room video, he looks fucking depressed, bro.
yeah
I mean, like he does not look good, and in the show you can't tell.
yeah
But what after no, like, but there's like this. He has this like emotion in his voice that I feel like he doesn't have in his early performances. I feel like it's just more of like him performing.
yeah
Now it's like it has this. The songs have mean more to him now,
right
as he's gotten older.
yeah
He's on the Stern show. He was talking about One, and Howard like he didn't. It seemed like Howard had like broken down the song One to like James's childhood and like his childhood trauma, and James never thought about it like that. And you could see in his face, he's like,
yeah
and it just like this is more emotional weight to it. Even Kirk, like
Mhm.
Kirk has this like, I don't know, this kind of like this like this some sort of like this like aura when he plays now, which is like a little bit more, I don't know, it's mature. It's like
Yeah.
this more mature like pioneer almost like he's not a pioneer in any sense really.
Right.
I don't think he's that great, but he has that. He plays like he is one.
Yeah.
And Rob's bass is, I mean, Trujillo is just a fucking, or at least for SNM1 Newstead, like just a fucking beast.
Yeah.
He's so fucking sick, Jason Newstead. I wish he never left, but I think Trujillo's great. Rob Trujillo's a fucking great bass player. I don't give a fuck anybody says, and he's great to watch live.
Yeah.
His crab walk thing that he's doing fucking ride the whom the bells tolls.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking sick.
Yeah. It's like that's one of those things that always kind of annoys me too, is when people complain about like band replacements, I guess.
Yeah.
And like you got to think of it from like the band's point of view. Like it's different if you're Led Zeppelin and John Bonham dies. John Bonham's the greatest drummer that ever lived.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of fucking hard to replace the greatest drummer that ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's different, and they just decided to disband, and then that's it. But they all went off and did their own things.
Right.
Whereas
didn't Robert Plant and Jimmy Page have like a Plant Page thing that they did for a while?
Yeah.
Plant Page.
Yeah, they did an album. They did they did an acoustic set too.
Yeah.
I got that on DVD too.
Really?
But yeah, it's right here actually.
I gotta watch that, boy.
Unleaded, it's called.
Nice.
But it's different. Like if you look at a band like, let's say,
Alice in Chains.
Yeah, Alice in Chains with Lane Staley. They replaced him with William Duvall.
Right.
Who's a fucking great singer.
He is good. I like his stuff.
But like, you know, if you're Jerry Cantrell, their guitar player,
right,
and Sean Kinney, their drummer, because they replaced Lane Staley and Mike Starr on bass.
Right.
They replaced him with Mike Inez. Both great bassists, by the way.
Right.
But they put out new material with William Duvall. They weren't playing the old stuff. They made 3 new albums with him.
Right.
So, like, it's not like he's replacing Lane Staley, because you can't.
Right, you know exactly.
They just picked another singer and did more music.
Yeah.
Like, they're not just going to stop what they're doing because...
Well, that's like Metallica with... when Cliff Burton dies with Jason Newsted.
Yeah, exactly.
Cliff Burton dies. They take Jason Newsted in '86, and then like they're fucking going like a month after.
Yeah,
he dies. They're fucking they're back touring. Like I think it was like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
and I don't want to get into all Metallica's drama, but a lot of that has to do with in that point in time they didn't stop going, and that's what fucked them up. I think they fucked up there. They should have stopped. They should have taken a break of some sort to fucking grieve, and then not just take it out on Jason Newsted for 10 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, or 14 years.
Yeah, which like it sucks, but like,
yeah.
I was watching an interview with Kim Thiel, who's Soundgarden's guitar player,
right?
And they asked him, "Oh, like, are you guys like done with Soundgarden?" And he's like, "Well, we'll still make music together, the three of them that are left."
Right.
But he's like, "You can't put it under the Soundgarden banner because it's not Chris
Soundgarden.
Cornell, right?"
Right. Yeah. Soundgarden is Chris Cornell.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, especially like
it's the other three too, but it's without that voice.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
Even like with Audio Slave, like if Audio Slave wanted to like, do another fucking record,
yeah,
like you can't fucking do. Like there's a reason why.
Because it'd be Rage Against the Machine.
There's a reason why Audio Slave isn't Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, it's because of him.
He's not De La Roca. That's why.
Right.
He's Chris Cornell.
I remember that's what I was saying to Matt too. I was like, Audio Slave literally the band members are Rage Against the Machine with Chris Cornell.
Exactly.
But that's what it sounds like too. You know what I mean? They sound like they could be Rage songs.
Right.
With a better singer.
But it's not Rage.
Right.
It isn't Rage, but it has Tom Morello's fucking Tom Morello.
Right.
So it's good though. I like the first two products are good. Third one's Audio Slave.
Audio Slave?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked the second album Out of Exile I don't like as much. I think I like Revelations a little bit more.
Sorry, that's okay. Sorry, I thought Out of Exile was the third one.
They ended with Revelations.
Okay, yeah, it's right. Revelations is the second one, right?
Yeah.
I like Revelations a little bit more as well. The first one though is fucking great. It is
start to finish. It's great.
It's sick. I mean, it's literally sick. I was talking to Matt last night about them Crooked Vultures.
Yep.
John Paul Jones.
Crazy.
Josh Homme, I don't know his name. Josh Homme.
Josh Homme, yeah.
Yeah, and fucking Dave Grohl.
Yeah. Talk about a fucking super group, eh?
Oh, what?
Foo Fighters, Led Zeppelin, and Queens of the Stone Age.
I mean, arguably the best drummer of the past 30 years. It is the best drummer of the past 30 years, in my opinion.
Dave Grohl?
Yeah.
Foo Fighters also up for the Hall of Fame this year. They're one of the nominees.
Are they?
Yeah.
Nice.
So was Rage Against the Machine, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
John Paul Jones, arguably the greatest bassist ever. I would say that. I've heard that a lot. That Led Zeppelin is actually a supergroup, like technically a supergroup, like Jimmy Page.
Yep.
It literally fucking is.
Yeah.
Insane.
It is, but the only reason they're not is because none of them were in bands before Led Zeppelin, so that's why. Well, except Jimmy Page. But.
And John Paul Jones, I think, as well, was in
He was in his band, yeah.
Yardbirds.
Yeah.
Yardbirds?
Yeah.
Yardbirds, yeah. But even Queens of the Stone Age in 2001 and 2002 had Dave Grohl as on drums for Songs for the Deaf. I showed Matt that album last night. Fucking amazing album.
He told me that yesterday.
So I'm like, Matt, listen to this. I think I told him listen to Crooked Vultures because I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I listened to them a couple times. There's a couple songs there that I like, but
it's not great. I think it's a good album. It's not great.
Yeah.
It's too long is what it is actually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Songs for the Deaf, fuck me, man.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking album is insane. Songs for the Dead, the song in that album is insane. Like watching that song live, insane. Dave Grohl on the drums.
Yeah.
Watch that video.
He's a fucking psycho drummer, eh? He just beats the fucking shit out of those things.
I fucking love it, bro. I'm a Dave Grohl fan. Like just Foo Fighters are good. They have like 3 good albums. After that, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, but like,
because he's not drumming in the Foo Fighters.
He's on guitar. He's on guitar and singing.
Taylor Hawkins is the Taylor Hawkins is a great drummer.
And singer.
Yeah,
and he's a good singer. He's replaced Dave for a couple like performances.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure Taylor sung with actually Zeppelin, not Zeppelin, but Robert Plant and John Paul Jones.
I think so.
They performed Rock and Roll together.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and
I think you're right.
It was they did. And Taylor sang, Dave on the drums. Watch the video with Dave on the drums. Fucking sick. He's playing so fucking fast in that song. Yeah. And he's like, he looks like a psychopath, and I love
I know.
Like it fires me up.
When he hits that fucking kick drum, the whole kit shakes.
Oh, it's so sick. It's so fucking sick.
You know,
I watched him on Winnie Cummings' podcast.
Yeah. I think I started watching that.
Yeah, it was. It's good. It's one of her better ones.
Mm-hmm.
She has a lot of stinkers, but
yeah.
She's not the greatest interviewer. She really isn't. She overthinks everything. Anyways, I could tell. I could see it in her eyes. She's overthinking everything.
Also, that we said that we were talking about Alice in Chains before. Have you seen Post Malone cover Rooster?
Was it at the Bud Light thing?
It was like that stream that he did or whatever.
Yeah, it was fucking sick.
Yeah, he played with like Chad Smith.
I bought one of his shirts for like 60 USD. I don't care how much it was. I bought it, and it's about the Bud Light one. It's like live from somewhere in LA. Oh, it's so fucking nice. Anyway, I love the performance.
That cover was dynamite
with War Pigs as well.
Yeah,
was Slash in the Rooster one?
No,
or was this in the War Pigs one?
I wish Slash was on the Rooster. Slash is such a fucking cool guy.
He's Slash. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, you know what I mean. He's one of the sloppiest guitar player of all time, but
yeah,
he's so good.
I gotta get into GNR. You've worn a GNR shirt like you've worn GNR twice in a row now.
My hoodie, the other day.
Twice.
I love GNR. Yeah, I like the
racist bigot.
Slash solo stuff is good.
I haven't listened to Slash solo stuff.
Check that shit out.
I will do that. Definitely will do that. Let's end it.
Yeah.
Let's end it because we're gonna keep fucking going. We could start a fucking.
We could start a music podcast.
We could if we really wanted to. That'd be fucking sick. All right. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I'm Mike. That's Mike. Follow at Michael Pascuz 98 on Instagram. Follow at Mike Covers 2 L's. Follow at the Mike Watch on TikTok and Instagram. And thank you for listening and enjoying. Have a good day. Watch some fucking movies and listen to some fucking music, dog. Bye-bye.